Finally, the Love Island USA trailer has dropped, y'all. It looks like Melanie is getting activated up and through here against Soul, as well as Kenzie. You know what I'm saying? It looks like Kata might have some choice words from Jen. It looked like it might have been Jen. Beatrice and Soul are trying to go for their Academy Award and get that 15 minutes of fame by any means necessary. Anaya and Casey, girl, go give us nothing. We want to move on, except where Casey wants to play the victim once more, just one more game. Because he wants to know why TT was more accepted in the villa than him. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. Today, we are talking Love Island USA Season 8, and a trailer has dropped finally for the reunion because it's going to be coming out on Monday. Now, I need y'all to do me a big favor, and that is to keep your notifications on. Y'all need to keep your notifications on because I've got a lot of Love Island content to get to you between today and tomorrow. This video will be about the reunion. I also need to do a video about Kenzie and Casey talking about Beyond the Villa that turned into a Hot Mess Express. I also got to do a video about Anaya's Ebony magazine interview. I also got to do a video, you guys, on TRINITY because they had a rollout with Maybelline, and I don't know what's going on with the website, Hot Mess Express. But also, it looks like they have some cute clips with Cosmo that I want to get into, in addition to Trinity and Kata did a 20-minute interview and everything else. Also, we got to do the interview about... officially, Season 9 has been confirmed. I mean, who thought else? Who thought that the show was not coming back? Season 9 is, renewed, and also Ariana also will be the host. Who else is shocked? Who else is shocked? I need a show of hands, y'all. I think that's everything off the dome. That's everything off the top of my head that I think I got to get to y'all as far as Love Island content goes. But we're going to get into all of that. What we need to get into is this reunion trailer, you guys. And the trailer immediately starts off, y'all. It starts off with the core four on the red carpet receiving their flowers, you guys. Receiving their flowers, the fans cheering, everything else. Keep in mind, this is at Universal Studios in California and Hollywood. Everybody is, a live studio audience for the very first time. It is still Kenzie doing a split, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to stop doing a split. We also have to get into, I didn't see too much drama. It seems like Beatrice is trying to make a name for herself. And I believe her issue is, I'm guessing, with Melanie. Because I don't remember her being, I thought she was cool and I thought she was close with Trinity and Kata. So I'm assuming and presuming Beatrice has an issue with Melanie. And then also we got to get into Kata, who basically, it looks like, is that smoke for Jen? Is it smoke for Jen? She basically said, why did you go and F him a second time if, you weren't really feeling him, you weren't really featuring him like that? Is that about Jen and Gabe? I am of confusion, right? I'm just trying to figure out who else could Kata be discussing, right? So we've got that going on as well. It looks like they're really trying to go mostly positive vibes unless they are hiding a lot of the drama, you guys. Unless the drama is being hidden for us to not see. You know what I'm saying? But basically it said it's going to be streaming August 31st. There was a question about, they saw a post. Why do they keep putting my girl Anaya on the Jumbotron? Can y'all leave my girl Anaya off the Jumbotron, please? So they were asking whether or not Carl can handle all of that. And Anaya said, I fear he can. And they were trying to ask Carl for commentary. Carl got embarrassed, y'all. Carl got embarrassed because he's not trying to talk about his intimate moments with Anaya out here and up and through these streets. You know what I'm saying? Then also we have Sol trying to make a moment. She's trying to have her Andrea moment from season 6 where she's going to have all these grievances. And ultimately, I just don't think the people are going to care. I just do not think the people are going to care. You know, she is a case of where people gas you up that, oh, you should have stayed on the show longer. Oh, you should have been in a couple with this person and that person and da-da-da-da-da. You let Twitter hype you up and you let TikTok hype you up. And what you got to realize is they're only going to hype up the last person that left the villa. But as you can see, all of the motion is for core 4. All of the motion is for core 4 and their couples. You know what I'm saying? So what are we doing, right? What are we doing? So we'll see what Sol does. But I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? You talk so much SHIT. Basically saying that Bryce was feeling Kata more than Trinity. And that's usually his type. And he's more attracted to her than Trinity. I don't know if Trinity was talking to Sol when she said that the apology is null and void, because I think what happened was once the Trinity fans got a hold of her, that was it and that was all. So, and then I don't know if Sol, what I'm trying to understand as well, is if you're going to come for Melanie and saying she needs to stand up and leave Sincere alone, how is it that you can forgive Sincere and do this press tour and make it about the woman and not the man's behavior and the man's actions? But you do not see how also the men set you up in that villa. How the men played in your face in that villa, but you want to make the women the problem. The women, the mean girls. The women, the issue. No. I don't think this is going to go for Sol how she thinks it's going to go. Also, another moment was KENZIE versus Melanie. Now, there was some drama on social media. I don't know if y'all recall or if y'all remember. KENZIE was following Melanie for a while, and Melanie never followed back. You know what I'm saying? Melanie never followed back KENZIE, right? And so it was creating all this discourse and everything else, like maybe they don't like each other, maybe they're not cool, or whatever the case may be. And then also as well, Sol went on live because she is always on live, and KENZIE and them was hanging out with the Casa people, and basically KENZIE was overheard basically saying, you know, you had to be friends with Melanie in order to get screen time. This was the Melanie show, da-da-da-da-da. And I was of confusion how that could be the case when you sat there on Call Her Daddy and basically said you didn't see the show back. And actually, KENZIE, you got a lot of screen time, but because you were out here hooping. You know what I'm saying? You got all types of screen time. So what do you mean it was the Melanie show? Make it make sense. You are mad because you are seeing the result of Anaya, Trinity, Kata, and Melanie as a core 4, and you want it in, and you try to create something on the side with Jen and Sol, but it was for the wrong reasons. It was for the reasons that ultimately you were jealous that Corbin was also interested in Melanie. And you wanted to try to find a way to keep tabs on the Sol and Sincere of it all. So you can, you know, navigate sneaking around with Corbin behind Melanie's back, basically sabotaging their connection. Then we got to get into Casey. Casey. Oh my gosh. One thing Casey's going to do is be the victim. One thing Casey is going to do is be the victim in every single story. So we see a clip, you guys, where basically Casey is like, you were more accepting of her, pointing to TT. You were more accepting of her. You were more interested in her than you were me. No. First of all, TT's a Casa girl. They just met her. It is going to be quickly to resolve issues with her. She just got in the villa, and she's not trying to make anybody, the girls are not trying to make anybody feel unwelcome or uncomfortable or any of the things or any of the sort. But those ladies knew you, KC, for 3 weeks. They knew you for 3 weeks, and they primarily knew you and your couple with Anaya. So there's going to be smoke for everything. You know what I'm saying? With you coming in, talking to those ladies any old type of way, and really technically still not giving a real genuine explanation as to what happened. Why couldn't you tell Anaya in advance that you weren't feeling the connection anymore? But what it was, you didn't want to put yourself at risk for getting dumped from the villa or America sending you up on out of here. And you knew that you had a strong fan base supporting your couple. So you figured, hey, I will ride that out till Casa Amor. I'll choose TT. I'll bring somebody back. I'm going to make Anaya work for me. I'm going to make Anaya do the things that, TT's doing that Anaya wasn't, and try to have my own little love triangle storyline. Except for that didn't happen. Carl ruined your plans. Carl ruined your plans, and you had to pivot. But it's really, and if I'm TT, I would not be feeling this, that basically your man up there, your boyfriend, is talking about why did you guys like her more than me? And y'all guys, you knew me longer. You were more accepting of TT than me. No. Miss me with that nonsense and that foolishness, Casey. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, you guys? But that ultimately, I don't know. One thing that was not there that I did not see in the trailer was Corbin and Parmita. So I wonder if they are saving their alleged breakup for the reunion. It sounds like to me overall, though, that this reunion is not going to be anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be too much drama, because I think what they're looking for, there was a clip with Anaya and Casey, I'm assuming. And I think they're going to talk about the part where Anaya stood up and yelled at Casey. She was like, listen, I immediately knew to go apologize. I don't think you're going to get anything out of Anaya, because she just wants to be done with the Casey discourse. So ultimately, I don't think you're going to get this back and forth, because guess what? If Anaya and Casey were going back and forth, we would have seen it in the trailer. So my thing is, Anaya wants to move on. She feels as though she apologized in the villa. She thought that is where they left things. And ultimately, that's all she's going to say about Casey. She was grateful for the connection, grateful for those 3 weeks and all of this and all of that. But they both found new people and live on and prosper. Live on and prosper. It is what it is giving. I'm assuming the other couples are going to talk about their relationship status, because we didn't see in the trailer Melanie and Sincere talk about their relationship status, although Sincere was giving interesting looks when Soul was talking. So I guess we'll see what comes of that. I'm assuming we're going to also talk about Jaden and Caleb breaking up. We're going to probably talk about, what is it, Amora and Gal breaking up, but were they even together? They literally had just gotten a couple and were immediately voted off the show. Bryce looked like he was entertained when Trinity was going off. I'm still above confusion why Trinity, she said in a recent interview that she was quiet most of the reunion. Where? What are we talking about, Trinity? That was not no quietness. But, that's pretty much everything I could think of. I'm trying to think if there's any other couples. You know what I'm saying? We know that Casey and TT have a couples YouTube. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I really... Like I said, I guess we'll find out if Jen and Gabe have rekindled things, although I don't remember seeing Jen at the carnival event. I did remember seeing Gabe there with Casey and TT and Corbin and Parmita, although Corbin and Parmita were socially distancing at that event. Keep in mind, you guys, this was filmed August 10th. Today is August 26th. And I feel like there's been a lot of things that have happened with these couples. Like, I feel like what you're going to see with Anaya and Carl's relationship status, that they're still sorting things out. They're still getting to know each other, that it wasn't too long after their appearance on Watch What Happens Live. Keep in mind with that, you guys, that we're a few weeks later. And pretty much since they've been in LA for the reunion, they've technically spent like 3 weeks together. You know what I'm saying? They spent all that time in Los Angeles together. Then they went to San Diego together. Then they went to Nantucket together. It appears as though they might be in New York City together. And it sounds like, at least on Carla's side, that they're probably going to be doing Beyond the Villa. So, because that's what his mom said today. That, you know, basically blowing up the spot. So I feel as though, and I know that Kenzie and Jaden are living together as well in Los Angeles for Beyond the Villa. So I feel like that is kind of, you know, I feel like they're going to spend a lot of time on the Soul and Sincere and Melanie storyline to try to get some reaction. And I feel like they're going to spend a lot of time as well on maybe the Kenzie and Corbin of it all, because that was a big storyline. But I feel like if people are expecting something major between Casey and Anaya, I just think y'all looking in the wrong place. I don't think y'all gonna get what y'all looking for from Casey and Anaya. I just don't. So that is it for this video, you guys. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one. And that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's Todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.